All right. Well, we're doing this. It's come to this. Here is the Atlantic City Open 2021 event pack for the Age of Sigmar Championships. Obviously, you signed up for a different event. That one's on you. Hope you got an army. So here on the cover page, you've got a lovely picture of a swimming pool at the hotel, which I guarantee you'll never use. So, good for you. The cover page also includes your player name, so you inevitably, when you lose your pack, someone can find it for you, but that requires you to write your name. So, right. The event summary, for those of you who don't know and somehow bought the ticket to a different event, this is the ACO Age of Sigmar Championship, and it's going to be epic. Come and join us for days of AOS competition and fun. See? You have to compete and you have to have fun. It's in the pack. It said so. The event will occur on Saturday, June 12th, 2021 and Sunday, June 13th, 2021. Good, easy enough. I think you guys can remember that. Put that in your phone. Games Workshop is supporting this event. Cool. Your organizer contact info, your head organizer and TO/judge is Martin Orlando. You can reach him at redgeist@yahoo.com, spelled REDGEIST@yahoo.com. Sean Feather is also a judge there. He's president.bwg@gmail.com. So the schedule, and this is where I'm going to give you all the opportunity to get your phone out, open up your calendars app, put this information in there. Because I know you can't remember your rules, you don't have a shot at remembering the schedule. Alright? Got your calendar app open? No you don't, you're a liar. But anyways, we're going to keep going. So, the event room for this is the Avalon Ballroom, which I certainly hope you figure out where that is, because it's going to be pretty important for you. The registration start time for this is 8 a.m. on Friday, June 11th, which is, for some of you, a good time to remind that it is the day before the tournament starts. So for registration, please purchase a ticket on the event website prior to checking in on BCP or Tabletop TO. Remember, in order to attend events, you do need to buy tickets to them. The staff may be using either of those for the events. Adding yourself on a pairings app or service prior to ticket purchase does not save or guarantee a spot on the roster. Now remember everybody, that means that you have to buy the ticket for the event you are trying to attend. If you are looking for the Warhammer 40k Championships, this is the wrong event to sign up for. So the event schedule, which is important, and make sure you get out your iPhone or Android calendar to write it down, because there's no way that you are going to remember this. Got it? Okay, well you're lying to me anyway, so it doesn't matter. Event registration and list submission is at 8 o'clock a.m. until 9:30 a.m. on Saturday, June 12th. If you cannot turn your stuff in an hour and a half, that one's on you. Round 1 starts at 9:30 a.m. until noon, also known as 12 o'clock p.m. for some other folks. Lunch is from noon until 1 p.m. and this is in the local time, not whatever time that you feel. Round 2 is from 1 p.m. until 3:30 p.m., which is the round that follows round 1. Keep up here. Then there's a 15-minute break, and round 3 runs from 3:45 p.m. until 6:15 p.m. And from there, you can do whatever you want. Anything at all. You just got to be back in time for Sunday, June 13th, when round 4 starts, which starts at 9 o'clock a.m. Late start, am I right? Until 11:30 a.m. And then you have lunch and popular vote paint judging from 11:30 a.m. until 1 o'clock p.m., which you need to make sure you turn the stuff in for. You gotta let the TO know who won. You can't just go to lunch. Round 5 is from 1 o'clock p.m. until 3:30 p.m., which is your last game for the weekend. It's not 4, it's not 6, it's 5. And the final score calculations, awards, and closing ceremonies is from 3:30 p.m. until 5 o'clock p.m. And stay for that. The TO worked hard. Clap for them too. Format and FAQ for the event. This is an ITC event. For event questions, contact Martin Orlando, whose email is redgeist@yahoo.com, which again is redgeist@yahoo.com, or Sean Feather, president.bwg@gmail.com. For general convention queries and bookings, contact frontlinegamingevents@gmail.com. There is no list submission deadline for the event, given the circumstances related to the pandemic and other factors unique to this year. So remember, you don't need to send anyone your list. No one needs it until you get to the event. So don't ask. What you need to bring: a fully painted army. It's kind of important, guys. At least 2 printed copies of your army list and or upload it into the BCP app. This list should be legible and easily understood. Like this podcast. Easily understood. Dice, a tape measure, pen or pencil, and any counters you need for remembering stuff. And again, if you are listening to a podcast where a man reads you an event pack, you probably need counters, because there's no way you can remember your rules. A set of all of the unit stats and rules you are using for you and your opponent to refer to in hard copy. So that means your war scrolls and your army rules, those you need to have. Glue and tools for repairs would be nice. So, you know, when you drop those models and you got to put them back on bases. Army painting. You know, for that fully painted army you need to bring. All models must be fully assembled and painted miniatures of the appropriate type for the troops they represent. All models must be what you see is what you get. Hammers are hammers, swords are swords, etc. Any kind of proxy models will need to be okayed, but reasonable counts as models or conversions may be. If in doubt, email the TO pictures of the model and what it is supposed to be, and then they'll tell you if you can use it or not. Do that early, so that way they can tell you it won't be good. The army model must be painted to a tabletop standard as per WW standard, or you are not eligible for the painting prizes. The event will be scored on the ITC hobby track. Models not painted or based appropriately will be removed as casualties by the tournament organizer and will be unable to take part in the tournament. They'll have to sit on the side and watch as you lose the other models that they could have prevented from dying. Games, battle plans, scores, and timings. Games, over the course of the weekend, you will get to play several games of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Again, if you are expecting to play a different game, you are listening to the wrong pack review. With pitch battle plans, after each game there will be either a lunch break or a break while we get the results in order to decide your next opponent. You will be randomly paired in the first round. After the first game, you will be randomly assigned to an opponent with a similar win-loss record according to the Swiss system. Timing. Each round will last 2 hours and 30 minutes, which you should have noticed when I read the schedule part. You'll need to keep track of the time in each round. That's right, you. Judges will be going around and calling time. They are often missed in a noisy room. As we need to get to your results after each round, we will need you to finish each game quite quickly and hand in your results after the timer runs out. If time is tight, you should split the time equally to make sure you finish a whole battle round. Barring that, if you can't finish a battle round before time runs out, you should not start the next round. The size of the game has been set up so that both players should be able to set up and play your game comfortably in the time allotted. We'd recommend having some practice games against your friends to get used to it. If you can't get your game finished to a satisfactory conclusion, please quickly talk it over with your opponent and use the time you have effectively. Behavior and Expectations page for ITC events. ITC events have followed the ITC Code of Conduct, which is its own document that you will need to read on your own time that I have saved you from reading this pack. Overview. 5 games, 2,000 points, utilizing the match play rules in the most recent General's Handbook. Goal is to reward generalship, hobby skill, and sportsmanship, as well as a best overall. A note on COVID-19. This event, as well as all staff and volunteers, will be following public health guidelines as laid out by the CDC as well as the state of New Jersey. We ask all attendees to follow them as well, which may include wearing of a face mask or shield, the washing or sanitizing of hands, as well as general social distancing. Here is a useful chart for most of you on how to wear a face mask correctly. If you are listening to this, take a look at that chart. It's pretty handy and pretty clear. Games outline. Scenarios. The event organizer has been kind enough to tell you which 7 battle plans to practice, unlike some other TOs I know who tell you gotta be ready for everything. So the 7 of these that are listed in the pack, only 5 will be used, chosen at random across the weekend. Border War, Total Conquest, The Blade's Edge, Knife to the Heart, Places of Arcane Power, Focal Points, Shifting Objectives. That means there's a couple of those missions that you probably don't remember how to play. You should take a look at those battle plans, preferably before the event. Up to you though. Realm rules. All games on day 1 will take place in the realm of Chaman, with both games on day 2 taking place in Gairan. In addition, mysterious terrain rules will be in full effect. Players are recommended to utilize dice or markers of any type to keep track of what scenery has various special rules prior to deployment. Grace period. War Scrolls and Battle Tomes, which were released within 30 days prior to the event, may not be included in army lists submitted to the Atlantic City Open 2021. And remember, the first day of the event is June 12th, which means May 12th is the last day for rules to come out for this event. Got it? May 12th. Last day. Rules. Models and units which have War Scrolls in the Warhammer Legends Compendium will not be allowed in army list construction for the event. Sorry, Tomb Kings players. Can't come to this one. The rubric is how event rounds will be scored, as well as hobby and sportsman etiquette will be judged, shall be listed out in a packet given to players during registration. I'm sorry, I won't be there to read that one for you. You're gonna have to do it on your own. The awards list. Best overall / hobby exemplar. Best general, second best general, which I mean is first last place. And that's, third best general, smoking boots, which is actual last place. Best army runner-up, best army third place, best army player's choice, and best sportsman. If you've made it this far, you've no more excuses. You've listened to it. Go back and listen to it again. I know you've missed some of it. Maybe all of it. You probably pressed play and walked away. You want to make me suffer through reading more of these? Like and subscribe. Prove somebody right, and force me to continue using my time to read packs to the rest of you, because you won't. I mean, this is a whole show about reading event packs. This was 7 pages, and only kinda. You 100% could have done this. You just consistently choose not to. But I guess like and subscribe if you want to hear me complain about this more. I don't know. Good luck.